Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to the stock of the day. Nufarm, ticker code NUF. Interesting fact, the very first suburb I lived in, Brisbane, is Nufarm or was Nufarm. Spelt a little bit differently, spelled Newfarm. And I sort of wish I bought a house back then. This was about 16 years ago, maybe even longer than that, and house prices have gone through the roof in that suburb, which is understandable because it's a pretty nice suburb when you think about it. Anyway, Nufarm had the AGM on the February 4th, 2025. They also released a trading update, and you often see that happening when a company has the AGM, because typically the AGM occurs 3 or 4 months or so after the financial year for the company has begun. So the management have a good idea of how the company is performing. So one of the reasons I actually do like AGM season is because we get some trading updates. Probably the only thing I like about AGMs is the trading updates. I don't really care about voting. I don't really care about how the company performed in the previous financial year. It's all about the trading update. That is what I look for. And it was a positive trading update from Nufarm. I'm going to have to admit it. I didn't really expect it. I don't think the market expected all that much. However, it wasn't positive enough to set the share price alight. So the share price isn't up a lot. It's only up about 4% last time I looked. And we'll have a look at the chart later in the video. And it's not the sort of breakout I'm looking for. In fact, it's not a breakout at all. Okay, first thing I should mention is, what does Nufarm do? Now, when I think of Nufarm, I just think seeds, but they are into crop protection, also seeds. They also have something to do with omega-3 fish oil, something like that. But if you go to the website, they talk about crop protection, seed technologies, and they do mention here NutriTerra, the world's first source of plant-based total omega-3 nutrition. They also have Aquaterra, the world's first land-based source of long-chain omega-3 fatty acids. So it seems like they're really getting into omega-3. Anyway, so let's have a look at the company's trading update. Now, this particular announcement is about 6 pages long. So they're just talking about how the company performed. We get a bit of commentary from the chair, maybe a director and the CEO, that sort of thing, and how the company has performed the previous year. Talking about capital management, remuneration governance, closing remarks, talking about 2024, how they're being resilient in that particular financial year. Don't really care. This is from the managing director and CEO. That's all in the past. I don't care about the past. All I care about is the future. So you do have to go down a fair bit to hear how the company has been performing in this new-ish financial year. Trading update. So found on page 4. Okay, so how is the company performing? This is the most important bit. In fact, I disregarded everything else. Overall, we have made a pleasing start to financial year 25. Well, that's positive. That is positive, I suppose. Demand for crop protection products has been strong, and although active ingredient prices have not moved materially, we are seeing the benefits of stability in cost of goods on crop protection margins. We expect to achieve $100 million in omega-3 revenue in financial year 25, subject to market pricing. We're well advanced in plans for planting Carinata in South America for our 2025 crop. So they keep on going on. So it sounds pretty good. Okay, at the worst. A pleasing start sounds pretty good. No real significant numbers here. There's not talking about we expect profit to be a little bit higher than our previous expectations, or profit to be significantly higher than the previous year. So nothing like that would get me overly excited. But the market liked it, and that's why the share price is up 3.65% as I speak, which is about 1 hour before trading has finished for the day. Okay, so let's have a look at the chart. This is the most important thing, really, because if this was a really good trading update and the share price popped up, this could be a breakout. This is something I'm looking for every day, particularly if the breakout coincides with positive financial news. And a trading update can be positive financial news. So I had a look at the chart after I read this trading update, and I thought, oh, maybe. But my first thought is, when I looked at this chart, was no. Share price has actually been a pretty well-defined downtrend for almost 1 year. Share price reached a peak in early March 2024, so almost 1 year, we'll say 11 months, and the share price at that peak was $6. It's currently $3.69. So well-defined downtrend. I've also put this really big, long purple box. That purple box is a support zone which goes back quite a few years, and the share price is right in the middle of that purple box. So let's have a look at the weekly chart. And the other thing I would say is, if you just have a look at this weekly chart, how would you determine the quality of this company? So I'll be honest with you, I will probably, even before looking at this chart, I'd probably say Nufarm is not a high quality company. And this chart confirms it. And the reason it confirms it is if you go back to 2010, the share price is where it is right now. Share price has not risen at all over the last 14, 15 years. I haven't even had a look at the revenue. I don't need to have a look at revenue, profit growth, anything like that. I can just determine the quality of the company just by looking at the chart. And the very fact the share price right now is the same as it was in 2010 tells me that this company is not high quality. Anyway, so that's the reason why I put this purple box. It's a support zone. And it's been a support zone for 15 years. Whenever the share price falls into this purple box, could be a good time to buy this company just because of valuation and because it's a support zone. And the share price has been in this zone for 15, well, it's been in this zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th time in the last 15 years. So once every 2 years. Share price did go on a really good run between 2015 and 18. Share price went from about $4 all the way up to a top of $10. So you can see the share price go on runs. And that is something you can take advantage of if you see the share price moving into an uptrend. At this point in time, we don't see that. Share price, in fact, in the weekly chart is a downtrend. In the daily chart is a downtrend. And probably the only thing going for Nufarm right now, when you look at the chart, is that the share price is in this support zone. In the middle of it, sure, but it's in that support zone. So possibly a low risk trade, but you might have to be patient with this one. Okay, that's all I have for Nufarm. They had their AGM, release a trading update, seemed positive on the surface, share price up a little bit, but the chart looks, it's in a downtrend chart, but it's at support. So I'd say the chart looks maybe okay, just maybe okay, if you're willing to be patient and you're willing to acknowledge that the share price or the company is not high quality and the share price might flounder for a while, but eventually it might go up from here just because it's in that support zone. So I don't like this sort of chart. And to be honest with you, I do play these sort of trades on occasion when they're at long-term support levels, but I'm trying to get away from doing those sort of trades. Anyway, so that's all I have. If you have any questions, any thoughts about Nufarm, leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.